If you invested just $500 a month starting at age 22, you could retire with over $1 million. And the best part, you never have to pay taxes on that money again. That's not hype, you guys. That is the power of a Roth IRA strategy done correctly. But here's the problem. Most people either one, don't even open one, two, they open one and don't even invest the money or know how to, or three, the most, that I see is that people start way too late. And this mistake can cost you hundreds of thousands of dollars, even millions. So in this video, I'm breaking down the exact Roth IRA strategy that can realistically make you a millionaire, especially if you start investing in your 20s. Let's get right into it. First, what even is a Roth IRA? A Roth IRA is a retirement investment account where you invest your money after taxes and your money grows tax free. And when you finally retire, you can withdraw it tax free. So, no tax on gains, no tax on dividends, no taxes when you pull it out in retirement. So, that's extremely powerful, you guys. And normally, if you invest in a regular brokerage account, like an individual one, you're going to pay taxes on capital gains, dividends, and even sometimes yearly distributions. But with a Roth IRA, it's zero, flat, nothing, nada. That tax-free growth is what makes this Roth IRA strategy so powerful long term. And that's why people call it a cheat code. Now let's get into some of the numbers. If you invest $500 per month, that's 6K per year. Pause. Before I go into that, I know what you guys are thinking. I can't do $500 a month. You're a fucking pussy, Evan. Don't worry, I'm going to get into that later, and you can definitely contribute whatever you're comfortable with because that's still going to help you out long term down the road and set you up to do very well. So, but for the sake of the video, let's just say that we're doing the 500 per month, 6K per year. So if you do that from age 22 to 60 and average around 8 to 10% per year in something like an S&P 500 index fund, you're looking at around 1 to 1.5 million. And here's where it starts to get crazy when you look at the numbers. If you wait until 32 to start, you could lose hundreds of thousands of dollars compared to when we said to start, which was 22. And that's not because you invested less, but because you lost time. It's time in the market, you guys, over everything. This is where compound interest changes everything. Compound interest rewards time more than money. And your returns start earning returns. And then those returns start earning returns. That's the unfair advantage of starting early and something that you need to take advantage of. And it's the foundation of this Roth IRA strategy. Now, speaking of the Roth IRA strategy, let's get right into that and break it down step by step. So, number one, baby, open up a Roth IRA. Shocker. Use a reputable brokerage. I use Fidelity. You can use Charles Schwab. You could even use Robinhood, I think. I think they have some sort of match, but I personally wouldn't use them. I would stick with Fidelity or Charles Schwab. It takes like 10 to 15 minutes to get verified and get going. Number two, actually invest the money. This is where all these fucking dumbasses mess up. Just because you deposit money into a Roth IRA does not mean it's invested. You have to choose the investments and pull the trigger. You can't just put it in and let it sit and think that it's going to make the moves for you. Step three, keep it simple. You don't need 20 stocks. You don't need, knowledge on day trading. Like every other video I see today is people just talking about how they made their first blah, 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 day trading. It's not complicated like that. This is boring. This is what works. You don't need crypto speculation and, a simple Roth IRA strategy that most long-term investors use. Ding, ding, ding. You guys know what it is. Low cost index funds. For example, funds that track the S&P 500 like we talked about in every video so far. They represent the largest companies in America, and historically over long periods of time, the market has trended upwards, even after a really bad crash. So this strategy is super boring, but boring builds wealth. So some examples of those are you could use the Vanguard S&P 500 ETF, which is VOO. That one is super popular. There is SPDR S&P 500 ETF Trust, which is SPY. That one is also super popular. But I use the Fidelity 500 Index Fund, which is FXAIX. That's just what I used when I started, and I'm just consistent with that. So Any of these can work within a long-term Roth IRA strategy and set you up to do super well. And this is why it can actually make you a millionaire. This is why it works. The Roth IRA has tax-free growth, like we talked about earlier, decades of compound interest if you start fucking now, and contribution consistency. You guys have to be consistent with it, even if it's 20 bucks per week or 20 bucks a month. This is going to set you up later down the road. I wish I started on this earlier. I only started a couple years ago, but I can already see the changes and it compounding, and it's setting me up to do so well in the future. So you're stacking these powerful forces on another. It's time, it's consistency, it's market growth. And most people are going to try to get rich fast, especially in your 20s. I'm 28 right now, and I definitely have this, some sort of same ideals of, the younger generation saying that they want to be a millionaire right now as opposed to when you're older. But like, what percent of you are actually going to do that and be a millionaire right now and be set up and be retired right now? It's probably extremely low. So start thinking about your future, start setting yourself up to do well. This Roth IRA strategy is about getting rich slow, but it's extremely powerful if you stay consistent long enough. It's not flashy, but it's effective at the end of the day. Now let's start to talk about some mistakes that people make and how you guys can avoid them. So, mistake number one is waiting until they make more money. You guys, you don't need to max this out immediately. I think maxing it out is about 7.2K. You don't have to do that. Even 100 per month, even 50 or 20 is going to make a huge difference long term. Number two is trying to pick individual stocks. You don't need to outsmart the market, you just need to participate in it. The odds of you being one of these guys that put 10K in NVIDIA and are now a millionaire are going to be super low for you picking a stock like that. So don't outsmart it. Number three, pulling money out early. This is such a dumb move. A Roth IRA is for long term wealth, not for vacations, not for impulse purchases. And number four, overcomplicating it. Wealth is super simple, especially when we look through it, with a Roth IRA strategy like this one. It's just consistency over complexity at the end of the day. And guys, I also want to touch on the psychological advantage that this is going to give you. And it's something that people don't talk a lot about because if you think about it, a lot of people don't want to talk about money in the first place, especially with your friends and family. But when you start investing early, you start building identity and you stop seeing yourself as someone who wants to spend everything. You start seeing yourself as an investor, a long term thinker, someone who wants to build wealth. And this mindset shift alone can change your financial future, especially when you start investing in your 20s. I kind of underwent this change the last couple of years because I had money and I was doing well, but it wasn't making more money. It was just sitting. So don't be like that. Start getting some skin in the game and start thinking about your future. Now, to close this out, if you guys are in your 20s right now, you have something way more valuable than money. It's time. And the Roth IRA rewards time way more than anything else. So here's the question. Are you going to look wealthy now, or do you actually want to become wealthy later? Because the Roth IRA strategy is simple. Invest consistently, let compound interest do its work, don't touch it, and stay disciplined. This is how normal people become millionaires. So, if you guys got some value from this video, drop a comment below and tell me, how old are you guys and have you started investing yet? We're building wealth early on this channel and we're all going to make it. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.